Welcome to Smash Course. I am Jonie Erickson.
And Abby. And Ashley.
And Kaitlyn. The first section of the show, we're going to be talking about the early humans and their civilizations. A major success of the early humans was the discovery of fire. This allowed them to keep warm in cooler climates and spread across the world. The struggle was the change from being nomadic to a farming village. The villages had to deal with increased disease from animals, close quarters, and poor hygiene. The legacy is that the agriculture revolution affected our modern life as we no longer are nomadic. Our second topic is Mesopotamia and ancient Egypt. A success in ancient Egypt was the fact that women were totally equal to men in the eye of the law. They could own property, divorce, or borrow money. They were also loved and respected by their husbands. A struggle for Mesopotamia was their geography. The open plains they lived in allowed for attacks by neighboring peoples, and this made for a frequent switch of power and constant battle. The legacy of Mesopotamia was the irrigation and drainage ditches. They very much furthered the urbanization and the birth of the city.
Hello, I'm Abby Andrade, and I will be talking about ancient India. So the successes of ancient India was the Harappan civilization. They produced writing, a really prosperous way of life, and a widely shared culture. And some of the earliest Indian civilizations built well-organized cities near the Indus River. Some of the struggles were the concept of the caste system. So here we have the caste system, and basically the caste system would determine a person's job, marriage, friends, and overall position in society, which meant that if you were born as a Shudras, that means that your child and your grandbaby and everyone in your family would have to be common labor or peasant. So that was a big struggle in the Indian culture. And finally, some of the legacies. Hinduism and Buddhism are practiced in countries besides India, influencing people of other faiths. The artistic styles of ancient India influences other cultures and continue to be used today. And the decimal system, the numerals and concept of the zero, transformed the ability to do mathematical calculations. Ancient China. Alright, some of the successes of ancient China was that China has given the world some important inventions, such as paper, pottery, and silk cloth. In addition, the Chinese developed a form of writing during the Shang dynasty. Some of the struggles for ancient China was that dynasties overruled other dynasties, so there was a lot of conflict between all the different dynasties. And then finally, during the construction of the Great Wall, there was many deaths, and it's rumored that there was around 1 million deaths. And then finally, legacy of ancient China. So for geography, the Silk Roads brought cultural and economic changes to China. For some belief systems, Chinese philosophies such as Confucianism and Taoism had a lasting influence on East Asia. And then for science and technology, during Han times, China made many advances in technology, agricultural, and trade.
Hello, I'm Ashley Mayer, and right now I'm going to be talking about ancient Greece. One of ancient Greece's successes were because of Alexander the Great. He became king of Macedonia at the age of 20 after his father died. His father Philip had a dream to conquer Persia. Alexander took over that dream after he died and freed 7 cities from Persian control and defeated the Persian army. Now onto a struggle of ancient Greece. This has to do with the early Athens. They suffered political turmoil due to economic problems. Because of these problems, farmers sold into slavery to attempt to repay their debts. The Greeks did leave their legacy in science, though. Aristarchus developed the theory that we are not the center of the universe. It actually is the sun. So now into Rome. The success and struggle kind of go hand in hand with this, and it has to do with Rome's emperors. First emperor of Rome was Octavian, who was later rewarded the name of Augustus by the Senate, meaning the revered one. He maintained a standing army of 28 legions. He expanded the Roman Empire and managed to stabilize the frontiers. Now we go into the struggle side of the Roman Empire emperors. Caligula was a successful emperor the first 6 months, and then he suffered from a severe illness and became a vicious tyrant. Fun fact, he enjoyed listening to people being tortured in the other room as he was dining. After Caligula was assassinated by his own guards, his uncle Claudius took over. Finally, Rome's legacy, which is the start of Christianity. Some reasons it spread so quickly was because it gave life meaning. It promised salvation. It wasn't painful or expensive, and it fulfilled the human need to belong to a group. It was attractive to all classes, especially the poor, and is now the official religion of Rome today.
One major success from Islam is that there was a major reform for women granting them the right to education, property, and marriage. A major struggle for Islam was that the common misconception that all Muslims were extremists. The legacy of Islam is their religion, and it's still going strong today. The major successes for the Americas would be the League of Nations for North, establishing a foundation for the future government systems, metalworking and sophisticated writing system for Mesoamerica, and finally the use of pottery in South America, as well as the 25,000 miles of road they built. A struggle for the Americas from south to north. There were quite a few struggles. South America faced smallpox and the Spanish. Mesoamerica had wars between city-states, and North America also had many civil wars, causing many deaths. The legacy of the early American societies include the concept of calendars, record-keeping, artistry, and early forms of government that helped form our modern society.
The Mongols!
Alright, first off their successes, they were the fastest growing civilization.
They also had Genghis Khan, who was a powerful and ruthless leader that led them to success.
Their struggle was that Genghis Khan did actually kill a lot of people, and they were also accused of starting the Black Plague.
The legacy is the many generations of Genghis Khan's children. There are so many that the chances are it's your birthday today. Hey!
3, 2, 1. The Mongols.
3, 2, 1. The Mongols. 3, 2, 1.
The Mongols.
Stop.
3, 2, 1. The
Mongols.
Cut.
3, 2, 1.
The Mongols.
3, 2, 1.
The
The
Mongols.